Have you ever caught a glimpse of yourself and thought, when did that happen? Or perhaps you've heard that well-meaning phrase, you're looking good for your age, and felt a subtle sting? The story of aging is often painted as an inevitable decline, a slow fade. But what if many of the truths we've come to accept about getting older are, in fact, elaborate fictions? What if the narrative isn't one of simple decline, but of incredible resilience and profound opportunity? Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the science of aging. We're not just going to look at what happens to our bodies over time. We're going to arm ourselves with knowledge, separate the stubborn myths from the empowering facts, and discover how we can truly write our own, vibrant next chapter. These myths, they're like old family stories, passed down through generations, whispered at gatherings, and subtly reinforced by media and even casual conversations. They seep into our subconscious, shaping our expectations of what growing older must mean. Sometimes they come from outdated science, sometimes from simple misunderstandings, and sometimes, frankly, from a bit of fear of the unknown. But the danger of these myths isn't just that they're incorrect, it's that they can become self-fulfilling prophecies. If we believe decline is inevitable, we might stop trying. If we think frailty is a given, we might stop moving. Understanding where these ideas come from and why they stick is the first step to breaking free from their hold and embracing what science truly tells us about the incredible journey of aging. Let's tackle a big one right away. The idea that aging is simply a long, slow, unavoidable slide into poor health and disease. It's a gloomy picture, isn't it? But science offers a much brighter canvas. While yes, our bodies do change as the years pass, and the risk for certain conditions might increase, a steep decline into sickness is absolutely not a certainty. Think of it like this. Imagine two vintage cars. One is left in a field, exposed to the elements, never serviced. The other is lovingly maintained, given the right fuel, regular tune-ups, and driven with care. Both are the same age, but their condition, their health span, will be vastly different. Our bodies are far more complex and resilient than any machine. While our lifespan is how long we live, our health span is how long we live well. And modern science is showing us unequivocally that we have tremendous influence over our health span through our choices. Then there's that old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, often applied to our brains as we age. The myth is that our minds become rigid, learning capacity plummets, and significant cognitive decline is just part of the package. For years, we believed our brain cell count was fixed, but oh, how wonderfully wrong that was. Scientists now talk about neuroplasticity, the brain's amazing ability to reorganize itself, to form new neural connections throughout our entire lives. Learning a new language, picking up a musical instrument, engaging in challenging puzzles, even just reading widely and staying curious. These activities are like personal trainers for your brain. Think of Sarah, who at 72 decided to learn coding to build a website for her local charity. Or David, who started painting classes at 68 and discovered a talent he never knew he possessed. Their brains aren't just holding on, they're growing, adapting, and thriving. Significant cognitive decline is often linked to specific diseases, not to aging itself. So that old dog, it can learn a whole symphony of new tricks. It's fascinating how these ideas stick, isn't it? What's one common myth about aging that you've often heard, or perhaps even believed for a while? I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments below. Sharing these helps us all realize we're not alone in navigating these misconceptions. And if you're finding this journey into myth-busting enlightening, a quick tap on that like button really helps others discover this conversation too. Next up, pervasive image of older adults as inherently frail, weak, and teetering on the edge of dependency. This myth can be particularly damaging, as it often leads to a fear of movement, which ironically can create the very weakness it assumes. While it's true that we can lose muscle mass as we age if we're not active, a condition called sarcopenia, this is far from an irreversible fate. Our muscles, no matter our age, respond beautifully to exercise. Strength training, even with light weights or body weight, can rebuild muscle, improve bone density, and enhance balance and stability. I've seen 80-year-olds in my local community center outlasting people half their age in certain exercises. The key is finding appropriate, enjoyable ways to stay active. It's not about becoming a bodybuilder. It's about maintaining the strength to live fully, to lift groceries, play with grandchildren, or simply get up from a chair with ease. Frailty is not a synonym for aging. It's often a consequence of inactivity. This one truly tugs at the heartstrings. The belief that as we get older, loneliness and social isolation are just normal. That friends drift away, family gets busy, and we're destined for quiet solitude. While life changes, retirement, children moving, loss of loved ones can present challenges to our social circles. Deep, meaningful connection is not only possible, but vital for our well-being at every age. In fact, studies show that strong social ties are as important for longevity and health as quitting smoking. This isn't something to be passively accepted. It's an invitation to be proactive. Join clubs, volunteer, take classes, reconnect with old friends, or even embrace online communities. Think of the bustling senior centers, the lively book clubs, the shared laughter in a community garden. Connection doesn't just happen, we cultivate it, and it's a fundamental human need, not a luxury, especially as we navigate our later years. Finally, there's the myth of genetic destiny, the idea that our genes are a fixed blueprint, dictating exactly how we'll age, what diseases we'll get, and how long we'll live, with little we can do about it. Oh, it runs in the family, we hear. While genetics undeniably play a role, they might predispose us to certain conditions. They are far from the whole story. Enter the fascinating field of epigenetics. Think of your DNA as the musical score, and epigenetics as the conductor, deciding which parts of the music are played loudly, softly, or not at all. Our lifestyle choices, what we eat, how much we move, how we manage stress, our exposure to toxins, are powerful epigenetic conductors. They can switch good genes on and bad genes off. It's often said that genes load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. This is incredibly empowering. It means that while we can't change our inherited genes, we have significant influence over how those genes express themselves. So, if these are the myths, what does science actually tell us about aging well? It paints a picture of dynamic processes, many of which we can positively influence. At a cellular level, scientists look at things like telomeres, protective caps on the ends of our chromosomes, a bit like the plastic tips on shoelaces. These tend to shorten as cells divide, and shorter telomeres are associated with aging. But guess what? Lifestyle factors like exercise and stress reduction can positively influence telomere length. Then there's cellular senescence, where cells stop dividing but don't die, sometimes releasing harmful substances. Again, lifestyle choices, particularly a healthy diet rich in antioxidants, can help manage this. Beyond the cellular, the pillars of healthy aging are remarkably consistent and, thankfully, quite straightforward. A balanced, nutrient-dense diet, think plenty of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, provides the building blocks for repair and energy. Regular physical activity, a mix of aerobic exercise for heart health and strength training for muscles and bones, is non-negotiable. Managing stress through practices like meditation, yoga, or spending time in nature calms the entire system. And quality sleep? It's when our body and brain do their crucial repair work. Add to this a sense of purpose, whether through hobbies, volunteering, or continued learning, and strong social connections, and you have a powerful recipe not just for a longer life, but a richer, healthier one. It's truly remarkable how much power we have to shape our aging journey, isn't it? From what we eat to how we connect with others, every choice matters. What's one healthy habit you've embraced that makes you feel fantastic? Or one myth about aging you're now ready to leave behind? Share your insights in the comments. Your experience could be just the spark someone else needs. And if you're ready to continue exploring more evidence-based ways to live your healthiest, most vibrant life, regardless of age, then I warmly invite you to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We have so much more to share with you. Aging, then, is not a passive surrender to time. It's an active, dynamic process full of potential. The science is clear. While we can't stop the clock, we can profoundly influence how we experience its passage. By understanding the facts, by challenging the myths, and by making conscious, informed choices, we can navigate our later years not with fear, but with confidence, vitality, and an enduring sense of joy. The story of your aging is still being written, and you, armed with knowledge, hold the pen. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery.